Welcome. Here is a rundown of the war in Ukraine. Remains of U.S. citizen killed in Ukraine to be returned to family. The remains of a U.S. citizen killed in fighting in Ukraine have been identified and will soon be returned to their family, according to a U.S. State Department spokesperson. Ned Price did not name the individual, but expressed support for Ukraine's help recovering the remains in negotiations with Russia. The head of Ukraine's President Office, Andriy Yermak, earlier identified the citizen as Joshua Jones. He said he was an army veteran whose remains were recovered in a prisoner swap with Russia. Pentagon carries out hypersonic weapon experiments. The U.S. has successfully launched a rocket to carry out nearly a dozen hypersonic weapon experiments, the Pentagon said. It launched from NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia and evaluated weapon communications, navigation equipment and advanced materials that can withstand the heat of a hypersonic environment, according to the U.S. Navy. Hypersonic systems fly at speeds many times the speed of sound, typically 3,500 miles per hour, 5,633 kilometers per hour, or more. The US, Russia and China are all developing next-generation hypersonic weapons, as they can be hard to defend against due to their speed and the ability to change trajectory. Ukraine holding out against crazy Russian tactics. Zelensky. Ukraine's president says his troops are holding out in two key towns in the eastern Donbas region, despite repeated attacks. President Zelensky called the tactics crazy, as he made his usual evening address. He said the worst fighting was near Avdiivka, outside Donetsk, and Bakhmut, further to the northeast. This is where the craziness of the Russian command is most evident. Day after day, for months, they are driving people to their deaths there, concentrating the highest level of artillery strikes, he said. Russia has repeatedly been trying to capture Bakhmut, which is on the main road to the Ukrainian-held cities of Sloviansk and Kramatorsk. Enemy troops attacked Bakhmut 8 times before lunch on one particular day, said presidential advisor Alexei Arestovich on Tuesday. However, they were pushed back each time. The president didn't mention what was happening near the southern city of Kherson, still held by pro-Russian forces, but said he expected a tough fight there. And mass grave containing bodies of 17 Ukrainian soldiers is exhumed in Kharkiv. Ukrainian authorities exhumed a mass grave in the Kharkiv region on Wednesday, which was believed to contain the bodies of 17 Ukrainian soldiers killed in fighting with Russian forces some 6 months ago. Forensic investigator Sergei Shishkov said the men were killed in a Russian offensive on the village near Borova on Kharkiv's border with the Luhansk region in April. He added members of the community had informed authorities about the burial site after the area was recaptured by Ukrainian forces in their recent counter-offensive. The grave had been left unmarked, while the bodies had not been wrapped before being buried.